terrible, Keelan. I feel like there's just like there's a danger involved with that. Every single time I get zoomed in, it's always like cheeses flying. I was almost ready to post the photos of like Asora and her birthday and stuff before stream, but I didn't have enough time. But I'll post it probably afterwards and I'll tag you, Keelan. Yeah, I probably won't get a photo of her on her cat bed, just because like it's in a dark room, and I don't want to like blind her with a light or a flash just to get a photo of her on it, you know. So guys will have to make do with not seeing that. But yeah, as for like the rest, I have a photo of her on her little scratcher, and I've got a alternate photo of her in her regular cat donut that's normally underneath my desk that, yeah, she's being very super cute in. So the thing is with these two, I could probably take them. You do animals stuff. It's always super, I know you're super loyal, I don't want that shit. Like, I could take this guy. If they survive, I might maybe take Glover with us. Nah, they won't survive for what we're doing. Alright, they'll be dead before we leave, then our people will be upset because there's people that are dead here. So I'll leave them be for like a moment, try to get a bit of extra resources. Some of the corpses will go rot, but it'll be fine. I have a bad feeling about it. Lucky. No worries, Keelan. Go for it. So while I'm waiting for them to go harvest some shit, I will continue to get the guinea pigs out of some of this area. And I was curious, when I did this... No, okay, I must have pulled it up too high before because I got that little spot. It doesn't matter too much because it's areas that the guinea pigs can't get into. And I just want to keep them out of where we have the hydroponics so that they're not eating all of our food in winter. So we're not going to have a lot. Basically, whatever is growing inside this area, Jackal's hiding in their room. It sounds legit. Sounds accurate. I also want to take them out of probably that room. I've got 2 more recreational rooms up here I've got to take them out of too. Yeah, basically the guinea pigs aren't really an issue, right? It's just that I do have to kind of kick them out of areas where they're going to steal our food, because this food that's extra growing in winter is going to be the shit that feeds the animals, probably. Or emergency stuff for us. One of the two, you know. Hey, Ultra Guinea. Welcome in. Everybody loves Blight. Best feature of this game. Would buy a DLC just to have more Blight. I didn't know the DLCs have more Blight, honestly. But, yeah, welcome in. We dealt with it. It was, if I click off it, it was this whole big center here. Oh, hello, we got one spot still. White, can you do... You probably can't. Fred was doing some earlier. There you go. Go work on that. Okay, we've still got 1 Blight. I've got to be careful of this, because if they miss a spot or it jumps, like if this bit doesn't get cut in time and this shit jumps, we lost this big section here to it. I'm being sarcastic, you hate it. That's fair. In our case, we are trying to prepare enough food for winter. So this colony, we obviously need about 600 meals a day to feed them. And then I need 600 by 15 for winter because it snows during winter. And then on top of that, we obviously need some food for the animals as well. And we keep getting cold snaps in spring. So we've only got 12 days worth of food at the moment. And I've got like 4 or 5 days more until winter. So like having a big chunk of Blight hit the dead center of the crops was not cool, you know? So yeah, just kind of a bit unfortunate. I think I've just got the 2 diamonds left. I don't care about the battery room. They can go in there. It's not like they're eating anything in there. They'll just be cleaning for later. I hate micromanaging. So my people who get stuck in loops of plant get blighted, remove some, but not all the blight repeat. In this case, because it was such a big patch of blight and it happened right at the end of stream last time, I actually saved the game, ended stream, left it paused and just allocated out a bunch of colonists to go and remove it. But obviously it wasn't going to be perfect. Like I didn't have it perfectly allocated. So I did have to kind of like watch for a couple of spots, but they got most of it. And then, yeah, as for like the couple of extra spots, like this has been me trying to keep up with them. But because we've been in like a near starvation event for like the last 3 months IRL time, I have been sitting here like basically telling them to go plant stuff manually anyway. Because even though I've got roughly 30-50 colonists at any given time of the day and night that can go and do shit, when it's something critical, colony ending critical situation like that, I will actually sit there and dedicatedly like allocate colonists around the clock to try to like fix it kind of thing. So yeah, I've mostly been kind of harvesting this patch here kind of for the most bit. So the animals get this bit. So there's some animals up in this pen, right? There's not too many, but there should be some more up here. Yeah. So they get this patch here, right? When they wake up, they want to eat this. So they don't really get all the way out to here. So I've been harvesting this manually. I don't have too many animals on this bottom part to get anything out of this, so I leave that alone. And then up here, we get a little bit of this. We get like a little bit over here is kind of where we get out of this because there's not as many animals up here. Mostly I just have a shit ton of yaks down on this bottom spot, so that's its own problem. But some of them are outside of the colony at the moment. And yeah, they look like they've hunted... They look like they've hunted everything, so let's send them home before all the corpses rot, ideally. And that other colonist that we were considering has died, so I ain't taking it. I don't super want to take the drugs home with us, but I'll take whatever we can. I don't have the extra rocks. We are basically on super overweight. I will jettison a bed because it's heavy. The heater can come with us. We're not taking any of them. Some of these animals are going to be super rotted. I'm going to have to jettison some stuff. I want the wood over the extra corpses. Honestly, I don't know what I just stacked up then. I think it was this. And I don't need their bi-coated crap. I'll take the guns if I can fit it. I mean, we'll smelt it for the most part. And I did remove the clothes off a couple of those people, but honestly, none of it's super worth putting on here. I'd rather take like a rat corpse or something like that over like whatever else. That looks like that's about what we can carry. Yeah. All right. That's all we can carry unless I want to jettison, like, I could probably get rid of the 2 shit beds, honestly. Give me the extra rat corpses and see if you can grab... Okay, we can't grab the extra one of that. Some of the shit's going to rot. Some of it will be fine. I'm not going to bring the extra beds that will stay there. And, yeah, let me save that shit. And then, I'll have a look to see how the Blight's going. Same. What is it? The same happens for me. They get the most out of it, but miss a few, then replant. But usually speaking, we don't get such a big section, but, you know, previous locations I've had, larger indoor crop areas. And in, like, previous versions and stuff, when you had a wall between a crop, it would prevent it from jumping that crop to the next one. So when all of that shit changed, I couldn't really do anything about it, you know. So at the moment, they've got it by the look of it, all of it. I will keep an eye on it. We still have a very big cut radius on here. So if anything pops up, we'll get it. If not, I think we're good. But we needed that food. Realistically, we needed that entire area to actually just grow for 1 or 2 more days and then get crops. That's why that was such a problem, you know. The same except food. It's all like your layout though. Thank you. I like creating like interesting to look at designs and stuff with my RimWorlds, because like typically speaking, I'm gonna look at them for like years. So I want to care about how it looks kind of thing. And also I just like big sprawling bases and shit. So it's a bit of a housing kind of issue trying to get everybody like squeezed in at like 300 odd colonists, but it's fine. We managed. I'll get you guys working on the back wall of this. This should be hot, actually. Yeah. We'll get this sealed back up. I had to remove it because I wanted them to remove the roof properly, and they had to remove the wall to remove the roof properly because they only had like one spot, and I'm like, no, I want it fully uncovered. But yeah, this is the 4th location we've moved to with this group. We've been moving towards the landed ship quest across the world for 3 years. So we started down here. That first location was Salvation. That was where we started. And it took probably about a year, built it up, and then deconstructed it and moved. We had like 180 odd people at that location. That was insane. That area was actually like pretty okay, you know, but it got semi-decimated before we left. We also had like a couple of cooks that were the last ones to leave, went berserk and slaughtered a whole bunch of our cooks as well, so that was not great. We moved from there up to here, so it was a really, really big move from like down here to up there. And yeah, that place, we only just moved into it, and then the game updated its version to 1.5 and the tile broke, so we didn't actually get to fully move in. Sorry, I had to cough. We didn't get to fully move in before we had to leave, and we had to leave like emergency evacuate kind of leave because the tile was just so corrupt. And so we'd slaughtered all of our animals, and you know, we didn't know we had a glitch that the caravan was unpacking itself as it was packing, so we left without food. So everybody left there like starving, and we had like, we thought it was going to be like a 9-day journey. It was more like 2 weeks or something because all these hills and shit, and they had to go the long way around this. I thought that we were just kind of going straight to, but no. So we moved into up here, which actually wasn't that far away, but it was still apparently quite a substantial distance. That was the last location we were at, which was Dryden, which we stayed there for like, I think about 1.5 years, because we had to stabilize the colony after moving in, because everybody moved in starving. We also brought like fucking 20 odd prisoners with us as well in the caravan. And yeah, everybody was sleeping outside on the ground and winter, and they were upset, and it was just months of rioting and stuff. But that took us like 5 months to pack down and move to our current location, which we mostly did via drop pods, because I made sure we were in range for a drop pod. So even though it doesn't look very far away, they still have to walk all the way up and around here to be able to get here. So it's actually still quite a long on-road journey to bring a lot of the bigger stuff here. But yeah, this is our current location, Minwick. And yeah, we are just trying to prepare for the next coming winter, which is only 4 days away. And we really only have like 12 days of food in surplus for them. So it's going to be better than last winter where we really didn't have food. And I have the nutrient paste machines and stuff, so I'm hoping that they're still using that. We've got some packaged survival meals, people got simple meals. There's pemmican for longevity, like simple meal. The packaged survival meals and the pemmican are both for in case we have like solar flares and shit, or a heat wave or some crap. And no, we don't do cannibalizing. That's not something we do here. But welcome in, Monster Jello. Yeah, we don't colonize colonists. We don't hack up our prisoners. We don't do organ harvesting. If we have prisoners, we treat them really nicely. And yeah, everybody gets the luxury of their own bedroom, pet thing. What else? Dining tables, lots of those, nice rooms, moderately clean rooms. Depends what's walking through here, honestly. And yeah, we have a day and night schedule, so there's plenty of cooks around the clock to be working on stuff. So I want to move this forwards by like just about there is where we want it to be. And yeah, so once we've got this moved forwards, I can fix up this fence. This will be the last solar that I've incorrectly installed that we can move forwards, and then we've got to wait until they're done with this, and then I can put some more solars up here. Then we should have enough solar. A few wind turbines. I don't get much out of these things, so I have barely any of them. And then we've got the geothermals, which as long as they keep working, we should have sufficient power in combination with all of the fireplaces, and they should be toasty for winter. Obviously this one's extra toasty because that's currently popped open, and it's kind of frying them a little bit, but it's not too bad. So yeah, if I had any prisoners, this would be lit up and shit, but I'm not heating the battery rooms. Fuck knows if that damages them anyway. But yeah, I'm still trying to get some more resources. We've used like a fuck ton of resources here, even though we sent a lot of resources. I might be able to do this wall like just solely because they can walk along the beds, and then once they can still get through the doors and shit, so this is fine. So I just want them to be able to get to the back bit and fill this in preferably sooner than later. And I'm wondering if the glow pods are still up here from that insect battle. They look like they've disappeared by the look of it. They were mostly in here where we had the bedrooms just wrecked. So I guess all of that's deteriorated, which is fine. So yeah, it's mostly kind of waiting on this caravan to kind of come back. It's got some food in it. It's also got like, you know, extra things to get peeling, some extra wood for winter, all that kind of stuff. Plus, I've got gold and silver in it for like, I think the purpose of trading in case we come across a trader, but I'm not getting traders out there, which is a bit of that sucks situation. But I did call for one, and it's been a day, and Labia's here. Labia, can you call for yellow? Because pink and purple have been recently, and I've called green. So I'll try to like wait a day between them all. That way we don't have a big battle happen with that. And you guys have been finding stuff around my map, so I need to go and find where the fuck you guys have been finding resources. There's a big old patch of steel up here. What is this? Silver. I want to find another patch of gold if I can, ideally. Just because I'm trying to make a gold bench for them to be able to destroy, basically. I know that sounds really counterproductive, but when you have a lot of colonists, you need something for them to break in a tantrum, essentially. So if I have got something, they'll go and they'll kick that instead. I'll bring this over here. That should be able to reach, I hope. And I'm not using jade for anything, so I could try to use jade. I've got 1,000 or so of it. Maybe I was going to replace their marble table with it, but is there anything else in here I could make jade? Or, well, I could probably, hold on a second, let's go have a look at the statues and stuff that they're making, because I haven't updated this since we moved. So they should be able to make shit with jade now. Maybe small sculptures with jade. I've only got one bench in here. Where's my other one? I had to move these to fit extra grow rooms inside at one point. Grand sculpture. No, I want small sculptures to be jade if you can. There's none of them are using gold. None of them should be using uranium. Scan gold. There we go. Yeah, we should be able to do that. I think I've got 2 spare. Maybe. That one's being used. And this one should be inside. So they should be nice and warm working on this one. I also have advanced components being made as well, which is part of why we keep losing as much gold as we keep getting. But I could turn it off, but I still want them to make advanced components, so we have about 100. One person's idle kit. Why? You do animals, medical, intellectual, shooting. We don't have anything for you to hunt at the moment, but do you have a gun? Hold on. You do have a gun. I now have something for you to go hunt. I don't have anybody for you to attend to. And as for animals, well, take your fucking pick. Go pat something. But what else can I give you? I don't think I have any more skilled trainers because I had them up in here and we used them all. So I definitely don't have any more of those. And they're moving all the statues out here, which we have a lot more statues than I thought we had. So I don't know where the fuck half of these come from, but I guess I gotta go find spots for them. So I'll probably put one in here. I'm trying to make this room about as grand as physically possible so that the time that they do spend recreationing in here, they can actually calm the fuck down. Now, got the 2 in here. I need another one there. I don't think I have any in here. No. Alright. Also, is that tattered? It is tattered. I knew I missed a spot. Okay, I do not want Clothing, hold on, get out of my face. Building, apparel, here we are. I do not want tainted shit in here, and yet it is still here, which means I don't have a spot to move it to, but I should have somebody that can work on one of these, or whichever fucking one it is that does the thing that destroys the tainted. Smelt weapons, belts, apparel. Yeah, that one. That one does the shit. So, where's Young? So I'm pretty sure he can do it. Campbell can also work on this, actually. Mate, can you go... Owls on it? Too fucking bad. Go work on that for a little bit, mate. You're smelting metal from slag. When you're done smelting that, because I only have like 4 or 5 bits of slag in the colony, you should go on to tattered apparel. Or tainted or whatever, right? And I've got like tainted shit in places that's not supposed to be. Nat has plain leather parka. That's great, Nat. We'll sell that soon. I also, I guess, have that they'll probably smelt. Oh, it's 18 chunks. Okay, well, fucking squeeze me. I thought it was only like 4 chunks, but I guess he's going to be there for a while. So that one's going places, this one's not. This one's basically a smaller version of that. So I guess you guys will probably want a statue in here eventually. Maybe? I kind of want to put it like here, but I figure that's like really well and truly in the way. Let's pop you there. And I'm missing a couple of extra benches for this, which I do want to build. I don't know if I have whatever the fuck material this is, granite or some shit. I think it's granite. Can I get copy settings? Can I link with these and paste that shit as well? There we go. That way when they get built, they'll be only leathers and furs and shit, because I noticed some of them are going on the ground, which means we don't have enough benches in there. As for clothing, we have an awful lot of clothing, which is great. I think we've got like a stack of 100 of everything at the moment. So we've got shit to sell, and we have this back area that's not even getting filled up yet. So we've got a lot of storage still. There's also the floor. Don't forget they can put shit on the floor if we actually run out of space. So, yeah, we're good in here. I just can't see what the fuck else I have. And what else? Chem fuel's good. Chem reactors are good. They look like they're doing good with these things. I think I've got cotton growing in at least one of all these, but maybe I don't, because I don't look like I've got any spare cotton. Cotton, I care about that for like, you know, keeping up with their like medical stuff. But if I don't have any, we can't make medicine. Although I am growing medicine. So, I mean, we've got basic stuff. And you guys look like you're doing good with your food. I need to alter your benches so that I think it's, hold on, what did I say I needed for this? I need them to have a cap of 6,000 on every single cook type. So we've got 10,000 on that, which I'm not going to change that at the moment. This needs to be 6. So I just got to go and change all their benches over at the moment. Survival meals, because this is why they're starting to make more of other types of food. I capped this really, really early on with the view that this will be enough. Like pemmican, I kind of don't want to increase that, but I'll put it at 4. So we'll go 6 and 4 for this, and I won't touch the packaged survival meals because they really do get to the point where they've made all the other ones and we now have like surplus enough to make, you know, the packaged survival meals. It's longevity shit, you know. That's how I'm kind of like viewing it. I don't want that. Holy crap, let me just select the thing. Also, all these benches, I believe, most of them are set to like normal survival meals, but a couple, I mean, normal simple meals. Some of them are set to, as you can see, I've got multiples here. Some of them are normal meals, and some of them are like vegetarian or meat only ones. That one's on an uncapped. A couple of these have got uncapped in case we ever do cap, so that I always have somebody able to make a meal, even if I don't know, like I want them to still be able to make it regardless. I also still have a couple of benches that are pulled up that are not going to be the same. Simple meals, that one's already altered. That one's already altered. That one's not. So basically the idea with this colony is if I have got only vegetables, they can make food. If they only have meat, they can make food. There is no point in time where they cannot make something, as long as like it doesn't matter if I've got power or not either as well, because we've got fueled and unfueled stoves, daytime, nighttime, I've got colonists able to do it. They should be able to make food all around the clock, unless we're in like a battle, obviously. That's like basically the only time they can't do shit. 5,000. Snuggling with full flash is waking happily smiling. No. And then give you all some pats if I can. And your plushes. Simple meals on 5,000. I want to bring that up to... I originally had these like offset on different numbers at one point, so that like when one bench ran out, other benches would keep going, but I want them to all cap about the same if I can. So 4,000, 2,000. There you go. Is it Wax so happily receiving pats? Smile seeing bull flushes receive pats? No. When I do the Chaos Rim Connect event next month, just as a heads up, you're welcome to do like any kind of votes and stuff when Rim Connect's available, because I kind of forgot to let you guys know before I did this event last week that you could do it. And it will be like chaos sort of one, so like basically like trying to kill the colony. But oh shit, hold on. I want that to be 4,000. There we go. Yeah, I thought I'd let you know, because it's really only in like 3 weeks time, honestly, the next event. I sort of thought it was more like a full month away, but it's actually only like 3 weeks away. I'm like, well, I'm really glad I'm taking the week off this week, or otherwise I may have been absolutely just royally screwed, like exhausted. But yeah, I thought I'd mention it. I'll try to remember before the event, and I'll try to remember before the event next time to ask if Andre wants to do any votes and shit, because I'll remod him and shit for it. Yeah. Only got a couple more of these to go, but I can't do anything, I don't think, about the ones that are not installed, because I think they have to be installed for me to alter what they have. That one's forever. Yeah, okay. If they're not installed, I can't do jack shit about them. Now, as for kibble, do I have... Kibble is suspended at about 1,000, which I'm okay with that. Because that means that we always have 1,000 meat kibble for the animals. Not quite enough for like winter, but if they have 1,000 and the animals are eating it... Hold on, where is kibble in my pile? It's a lot easier to see over here. I thought kibble used to be at the top. Maybe it's at the bottom now. Am I not seeing it? I see pemmican. Hold on, I see pemmican. Where the fuck is my pile of kibble gone? Hang on a second. It says I've got... Is it just, were they all suspended and I just didn't notice? Is that what just happened? It might be. Yeah, I did. Okay. Unsuspend, like... I'm going to unsuspend 4 benches that can do kibble. Okay? So, I'll let them make some. I didn't realize that it was, like, not on. It's one of these things, I swear. Anyway, I'm going to have a drink. Okay. So, they're going to start making kibble too, which is going to impact a little bit of the food that we are making for the humans. But having that food for the animals is really, like, necessary. The other thing too is, I know I did a really, really sizable cull beforehand, but I need to go through and have a look. Make sure to cull off the new sort of offspring of that. I do want to cull off some of the boomalopes into the year. I have a substantial number of cows. Rainbows are still doing good. The guinea pigs are still doing great. I have a lot of yaks, and I'm trying to figure out which pen is the fucking horses in it. Okay, horses are in the center. So I must have sufficient food for the horses and cows, which are in the center. All right, so this must be enough for them. I have dromedaries and muffaloes up here and boomalopes, but I also have dromedaries down here. And I think part of my problem is that when they bring all the dromedaries back down here, I don't have enough food. So I'm gonna kick dromedaries out of this pen, because at the moment I've got, I shouldn't have boomalopes in here. Leave the boomalopes up the top. So occasionally it will bring muffaloes down. There's sheep apparently down here. Okay. No, there's muffalo not allowed in here, not allowing sheep. So horses occasionally are allowed in, which is fine when the doors both open. They don't freak out about it. And calm down, guinea pig. Hold on. That means that I allowed boomalopes, which I don't want. I feel like my whole brain is like wiped in the last week. It's an experience. I feel like I've had like the Men in Black like nebulizer thing, you know? Because like some of this stuff I look at and I'm like, it's like I don't remember anymore. And I don't even think I dabbled on this stuff last week at all. It's wild. So I do have yaks allowed in here, and I've got horses in here, but I have a lot of yaks, and I do have a lot of yaks for the milk production. But over winter, a lot of the yaks, generally speaking, do tend to die off. So I have 41 yaks. They are the largest quantity of anything that I have at the moment, and the dromedaries are going to get a bit auto-culled. So let me go sort out my yak population. I do want to get rid of your yak calves at the moment. I know we'll get meat from them. I think this